Well, if you're struggling trying to conceive, you're certainly not alone. Our next guest knows firsthand what you're going through, and he can help. I want you to meet Dr. Shane Lipskind. He is the medical director at Arizona Center for Fertility Studies, and he too has an infertility story to tell us about. But first, thank you for being on Sonoran Living, and welcome to Sonoran Living. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, so happy that you're here because I love the fact that you come from a family of medicine. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, my dad was a doctor and my mom was a nurse, so I kind of always grew up around medicine, thinking that that might be something I'd be interested in doing.
Yeah.
And I didn't stray from it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
It's in your blood, apparently, right?
Absolutely.
So you've been in the Valley 6 years with your own clinic, but ironically, you also became a patient at one point. So tell me about the struggles that you and your wife went through.
Yeah, I mean, basically we met later in life. We met in our 30s. We got married in our mid-late 30s. And when we started trying to build our family, it just didn't come as easily as we'd want it to. And we had, tried for over a year, and I know, unfortunately, all too well what that means.
Right.
That there's some obstacle, some barrier, and we ultimately needed to get into some treatment and went through the IVF process ourselves successfully, and had our beautiful baby girl Gianna because of it.
Congratulations. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that gives you, as a doctor, fertility doctor, a different perspective, having gone through it yourself, for your patients especially.
It does. I mean, you know the science behind it, you know all the steps medically, but going through it emotionally and doing that as a patient rather than a physician is very, very different.
Absolutely. So many couples who are experiencing infertility automatically turn to the internet, start doing research, what's going on. Is that a good idea?
It's good and bad. I mean, you can get some good basic information from the internet, but there is a lot of misinformation there also. And I think the biggest downfall would be maybe a tendency to waste time, energy, financial resources on things that aren't going to ultimately help you have a child.
Okay, so when do we need to make that decision to really start to seek help?
Well, it's all about the age of the egg. And so the recommendations are different depending on how old the female partner is. Okay. If you're under the age of 35, you have regular menstrual cycles, you can probably give yourself about 12 months of trying to get pregnant before you need to think about meeting with a fertility expert.
Okay.
If you're over 35 or have any known reproductive issues, you really should be seeing a specialist sooner.
Okay. So here's what everybody wants to know. They come in, they visit you as a couple, success rate.
Yeah.
Tell me about your success rate. It's pretty remarkable. You said on average, fertility doctors will do about 50%, but yours is 80%?
So yeah, as I mentioned before, it's all about the egg. And the younger the woman is, the better the quality and quantity of egg she has, the better the likelihood is that she's going to become pregnant with an IVF treatment process. But if you look at women of all ages and you're able to get a viable chromosomally normal embryo, then that's going to tell you kind of where your success rates really stand compared to others. And the age under 35 success rate for frozen embryo transfer with a chromosome tested embryo is about 50 to 60%, whereas ours are about 80%.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, congratulations to not only you becoming a father, but to your success rate as well. Dr. Lipskind, thank you for being here. And he brought along a nice special offer for our Sonoran Living viewers as well. You'll receive half off your consultation and a $150 credit toward any service at ACFS, and that offer runs through June 1st of 2020. Arizona Center for Fertility Studies, they have multiple locations valley-wide, but one number to call to make your appointment for that consultation, 480-860-4792. You can also learn more. Visit the website. It's acfsfertility.com.